Good morning. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Hope everybody's having a great morning so far. Today is, what day is today? Oh, Thursday. Today I'm here at my gym. I'm getting ready to walk in and do my interval cardio, moderate, for 20 minutes, as I do on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But today it's time for me to do an update, which is my update number 3, on the research I'm doing on the interval strength training 3 days a week versus strength training 6 days a week. So kind of give you guys those of you that are not sure what we're doing or haven't been following me on these updates, let me lay the platform out real quick. What I'm doing is I'm taking two old bodies. My wife and I, we're seniors, obviously. What better way to research this than to have two old, beat-up bodies who has been in a very toxic environment for decades. And what we're doing here is what I'm trying to show you, that you don't have to do strength training every single day in order to put on lean muscle mass, which most of us that are trying to lose that belly fat or body fat know. The more lean muscle you have, the faster the body fat does come off and the longer it stays off. So obviously that's our objective. Plus, by adding more lean muscle, especially at our age, we're actually reversing aging. We're slowing down premature aging. But what I'm trying to show here is that you don't have to train hard or weights 6 days a week to do that, but there is a protocol you have to follow. And so the interval training that we're doing, that we've come up with, that we've been doing for decades, and we've kind of fine-tuned it, is we're doing intervals, which means that we're working out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is our strength training, interval strength training. And so, like for example, this week we went on Monday we did our upper body, and now on our main muscles that we're working, we're doing 12. Our first set we do 12 reps at a certain weight, and then we wait a minute, and then we do our second set. We do 10 reps, and we've increased the intensity, and we wait a minute. Then we go to our third set, which is 8 reps. We've increased our intensity, and we rest a minute, and then we go to our max set. So every body part that we're doing gets a max set. And now at that max set, we are going to do 6 reps, but the intensity of that's going to be around 9 or 10. Now, 1 being the easiest, 10 being the hardest. Well, we rest a minute after that max set. Then we're going to go back to 12 reps at the second set weight, and we're going to do 12 reps on that, which means that we're going to be at an intensity of around 8 or 9 or 10. So it's going to be very, very hard. So we're maxing out basically again. Then we're going to superset with no rest with a different exercise for that body part for 12 reps. And our intensity is going to be 9 or 10, or to failure. So you see, we're doing interval strength training, and we've added a max set with each body part, and we do this with every body part. Then on Tuesday, the only thing I'm going to do on Tuesday is I'm doing a interval cardio, 20 minutes of a moderate cardio, whatever I do, and I do my ab workout on those days. Now, and then on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing my shoulders and my legs, and then tomorrow we're doing the upper body again, totally a different exercises though. So I'm not doing the same exercises as I did on Monday, but I'm going to be doing the same body part, but with different exercises on Friday. And then the following week, we do this every week. The following week, I do my shoulders and lower bodies on Monday, my upper body on Wednesday, and my shoulders and legs on Friday. So you see how we're rotating this? And now for this research, most of you know that we do document what our workout is. I don't see how anybody can do any kind of strength training without documenting what they're doing to see their increase in their improvement in order to go up in weight. Because as your muscles, as you're adding lean muscle, you're going to go up in weight. You have to go up in weight to add lean muscle. Your upper body is going to be more weight. Your lower bodies, or your smaller muscles, it's going to be lesser weight and take a little more time. So for this particular research I'm doing, I'm documenting everything still, like you see. Guys, I'm about 50 days into this research, and as of yesterday, I have had to increase my weights on almost every single exercise. Of course, the smaller muscles, you're going to increase your weights a little less. The larger muscles, you're going to increase it by 5 to 10 pounds. But on almost every single exercise, I have actually had to increase it, which means that I'm putting on some lean muscle and I'm gaining strength. How much? Yeah, we'll see. But I was planning to do this for 60 days. But I don't think that's going to be enough time to get the research that I need. So most likely I'm going to continue this. Now, as far as my eating habits, I've kind of changed it a little bit. I'm still using the 3 major protocols. I'm using hydration with the hydrogen-rich water as my recovery and hydrating my cells. I'm doing the primal eating, which is our lifestyle, which means I'm doing an 80% dietary fat, 15 to 20% of moderate protein, and I'm doing very, very low carbs, 5%, sometimes less. But what I'm doing here is on the days I'm strength training, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm eating more calories. So I'm doing at least 2 major meals. And if I feel like a snack, I'll have a snack in between it. My snack could be a protein drink. It could be I carry around in my backpack almonds to snack on. I also carry around some grass-fed, pasture-raised beef sticks. We like to do fat coffee in the afternoon, which means that we go to a coffee shop and we'll have them make our coffee with heavy cream because I want that extra fat. So, and then and if I feel like even more food, I do it, but it's mainly primal food, or what you guys know as keto food. So we don't do any starches at all. All of our carbs that we do consume is a very small amount or moderate amount of vegetables is what we like. We mix it up all the time. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I've increased my calories, and I'm doing about 2,000 to 2,500 calories during that time. Now, some of you might be thinking, there's no way you've been brainwashed thinking that you have to eat every 2 hours to get up to those kind of calories and to add lean muscle. And that's totally wrong, because your body's got mechanisms that actually will help you produce more growth hormones. Now, we train. Every time we train strength training, or every time we do our cardio, we do it in a fasted state, because that's one of the mechanisms that is going to help us to add lean muscle, because what the body's doing is going to promote your muscle building hormones, especially your growth hormones. Now, those of you that have been following me know that we do an 18-hour or 20-hour fast most of the time, all week. And so by fasting in an 18-hour or 20-hour fast, you're going to really boost up your growth hormones. And the growth hormones are going to last all day. Because most of you that don't train like we train, or you don't fast, your growth hormones are up in the morning, they go up again at night, and that's about it. They peak, they drop down. Our growth hormones, because of our lifestyle, we're up all the time. Well, we all know that growth hormones is a way to slow premature aging. So of course we want to do that. And this is all science backed. Science has always shown us that going through these protocols that men could increase their growth hormone by 2,000%. Women could increase their growth hormones. It's very important for their balance, up to 1,300% 100% when you're fasting and exercising in a state, well, when you're exercising in a state of fasting. So that's very important. Now, I explained to you, I've kind of changed my eating plan a little bit. On Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, because I'm not doing any kind of strength training, I'm just doing the moderate cardio for 20 minutes, whatever it is. It could be stair steppers, it could be interval treadmill. We like to go hiking outside. Anything outside's better, but anything outside is great. But what I'm doing is what you guys might know as an OMAD diet, which means I'm only having, or Emily and I both, we're only having one meal a day. Okay, and that meal is going to be in the afternoon. So we are fasting with 0 calories throughout the whole day. Okay, now think about that. We're fasting all day. 0 calories. The only thing we're having is tons of water. We hydrate with hydrogen-rich water. That's the advantage I have over most of you guys. That's why our appetite, that's why we can do it 24. Hydrogen-rich water, when you combine it with salt, plays a huge factor in decreasing your appetite. Because most of you that are fasting and get those hunger waves, you're not really hungry, you're just dehydrated, and you're drinking water that will not hydrate you, plus it's full of toxins. We have the advantage of drinking hydrogen-rich water that is the healthiest water on the planet, and that by combining it with the Himalayan sea salt, we're replacing the electrolytes in our body, which most of you are depleting if you are fasting, because that's natural for the kidney to flush out lots of water while fasting, and the minerals go with it. You're not replacing the electrolytes, and that most likely is why you fail on the longer fast, because your electrolyte balance at the cellular level is off, and it's causing you to have that appetite. But the hydrogen-rich water combined with Himalayan sea salt is a great appetizer depressant. Plus, it's able to hydrate at the cellular level and replace our electrolytes. But anyway, so we're only doing one meal in the afternoon, and that meal is going to be around, between 15 to 1,800 calories. And some of you are saying, well, that's way too much food to eat at one time to get that many calories. Well, you got to remember, guys, we are doing primal eating, which means we are doing 80% fat, sometimes even higher. We're doing protein, and we're doing very little, just a minor amount of carbohydrates. Well, there's a lot more calories in good dietary fats than there are in carbs or in vegetables or whatever. That's how we're getting our high calories on that one day a meal, or one meal per day, is because we really bump up our good dietary fat. And what we're doing, I'll give you an example. So we'll always break our fat with either bone broth, which is what we mostly do, because we want to get our digestive tract ready for the food. Or we'll do a very small amount of lean meat, or even my beef stick that I have in my backpack about a half hour, an hour before we eat. We've got to get our gut ready. We just don't want to jump right into a main meal with a gut that has been fasting for 24 hours or so. Okay, so that's how we get it prepared for it. But then, and that's, you're looking at calories with that bone broth. Then we have our main meal. Okay, so if our main meal is at 5:30 or 6, I get a 2-hour window there that I like to eat. So I'll have my main meal, and then I may have another snack a half hour to an hour later. It could be a half a cup of creamy cottage cheese, not non-fat, no non-fat cottage cheese. Creamy, I want the good fat. Or I might have another small piece of meat, or a handful of nuts, or whatever I feel like snacking on. I got about a 2-hour window there. So I'm going to be bringing up my calories because of that. You see how that works? So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for the last 3 weeks, we've been actually doing the old man diet, one meal a day, and we're feeling great. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, our recovery is fabulous. Our strength is staying up there. Our energy through our training is ridiculous. And plus, now I just told you I've had to increase my weights on almost every muscle part. So that means I'm gaining strength during the process, okay? Now the biggest thing is, of course, is we're flushing out the inflammation that we're producing when we're exercising, especially when we're putting our body under stress during our max sets. And that those metabolic waste you're producing during the exercise is what's damaging your muscles and what's causing you not to recover very quickly. Okay, so that's what you guys are doing, and that's why most of you feel sore, and that's why you're not able to work out that same muscle part within 2 or 3 hours. That's the power of hydrogen-rich water. It has the ability to flush out the inflammation that's produced by exercising very quickly before it does any damage to the muscle. So we're recovering our mitochondria. The mitochondria is huge for recovery. It's your power plant. But unless you know how to recover it instantly when you start doing your next exercise with hydration, which is all science-backed, then that's the advantage we have over you guys, is we are recovering with the our recovery drink, which is hydrogen-rich water combined with Himalayan sea salt, so quickly. By the time we leave the gym, walk out that door, we are both fully recovered. Now remember, these are old bodies. We've been through hell with these bodies. In our past, when we competed on stage, we went through stress doing that competition. We both got football bodies, and we're old. Okay, and so this is showing how important hydration is, on top of the primal eating and on top of intermittent prolonged fasting. Because intermittent prolonged fasting, that's the key to get your growth hormones. That's the key to add lean muscle. That's why we are able to add lean muscle at our age. There's no age limit if you're doing it right. Okay. And so you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. You'll see some other videos that talk more about this, guys. Okay, so that's my update. We're about 50 days into this. I was only going to do it for 60 days, but it's not going to work. I'm going to have to go longer to really see my results. Body fat is basically going down. I'm noticing my abs a little more now. That's where I'm really seeing it. And for most people, the abs is the last place it's going to happen. So it's going to take time. It's taken me a while to get my abs to show. I knew I had them sitting there somewhere. I just needed to lose the body part, or the body fat around those abs. And so I hope you guys saw some value in this. Those of you that might want to know more information about Emily and I's online or 60-day online coaching, you can message me. I'll send you the info. Those of you that want to know more about the hydrogen-rich water as your recovery drink to flush out the inflammation so you don't get sore, or so you don't lose, so you can go right back into the gym, you can message me also. I can show you how you can sample the water at no charge for a couple weeks. So hope you guys saw some value in this video, and I'll be checking in with you on another update probably in a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll be looking for that. Like I said, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. You can look at the other 2 updates that I had in those on my channel and catch up to what those were saying. Okay? Guys, have a great day. We'll see you next time around. Bye.